doesn't
Is
that won't work well for the group.
is that really over? Is it really overnight, Darius? Though, and you see, he pours a second glass and he gives it to you.
Is
Is
it
it
really
really?
overnight?
Is it really overnight? Here's my reasoning. You've probably been doubting things for a long time. I think since you've probably realized who Victor was, I think you've been questioning a lot of things. You're not a hard person to read, Darius. I need to see him like sipping in this cup.
He's just like you're pretty much an open book.
Yeah.
No one. It's really hard for no one to figure out what's going on inside your head.
Are you?
Darius looks mildly insulted.
I think you fear something. I think you fear of what you would not regain if you were to walk away from what you've been taught. That you'd be weaker than you are now.
That I would be weaker than I am now.
Yes, I think you're afraid of. I think there's a fear of that in you. He's
I
not
mean,
totally sold on you doing the whole like you noted
the
you're reading
the one
him.
man sacrifice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's awkward putting a member of the clergy in the boots of a fighter. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, but your religion has done it for so long.
Through training and our faith. Unless, whatever power granted to me by whatever other god is willing, to accept me.
I know of a few that probably would.
I know of a few that like oh yeah, they're all friends. They're all friends. That's how that came across to me. I'm sorry.
He looks and he's like, I mean, you could always again speak with Gambos. Hell, you could probably even talk to Gozik, and he might get you aligned to the one that has marked him.
I don't think any one of us would appreciate that line being opened up again.
I mean, it would be interesting now, wouldn't it? And wow, what's going
Hi,
on?
Ewoks. They've invaded the ship.
Yes, they're invading the ship.
All hands, battle stations.
Now you have to fight all of the Chaos Ewoks. There you
My God,
go.
they're they're furry.
Yo,
Are those little tiny like nubbed horns on their heads? But like they still look really adorable.
they can just stab you in the face, kill you.
Oh, look at it! It's so tiny and ah!
Anyway, the reason why I question your decision, Darius, is yes, it is the easier of the two of the options, but it also carries the most risk.
I understand that.
Because if I screw up and or something happens on the other end when you get there, we might not get you back. And I can't fix that.
Not
Otherwise,
anymore.
even before, otherwise, certain entities would not be very happy with what has happened. and they would need to intervene.
You talking about Bird Lady?
That's one of them, yes.
That's how Darius describes her. She's like, you prick.
Yep. You'd always try to reach out to her as well, Darius.
I think I just blasphemed against her on accident.
I mean, that's your cross to bear.
You say that to the Catholic. Yeah,
Yes,
good job.
Yep. That's pretty good. Come on.
No.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm genuinely waiting for the Rogel Dawn soundboard to kick off. No soundboard? Okay.
I mean, I can go back to my computer if you want.
I was genuinely waiting for you to respond with the Rogel Dawn soundboard. I was.
Moving on.
Reality's funny.
No, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Are we moving on? We're just kind of chilling here and saying we're moving on.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Darius, the concern. The other thing too is Victor may already know what's happening, and you do all this for nothing.
That is a concern.
Mm-hmm. You just want to go and find out?
I mean, knowing the knowledge of our enemy is advantageous to us as it is to them.
I can send you right now if you want. We don't have to do the removing of memories. It gets messy.
Gets messy.
Yes. Let's just say, what are the people that had it happen to? They ended up creating certain entities that we don't talk about.
Do those certain entities eat brains?
Yes.
Got tentacly mouths?
Yes. That's
Well,
how they came to be. That's how they came to be.
Well,
Actually,
I don't want to be creating another set of calamari.
they were here. They would also view that as an insult, Darius.
Am I wrong though?
No, you're not. We don't really talk about them very much.
I'm just imagining now this god just like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can't deny that he's right though.
Can't deny that he's not wrong. Would you like some company?
Hmm?
I'll go with you. Do you want to go?
What, to investigate around Victor and
Go speak with Victor, yes.
then doggos have just set off. There we go. And what, you'd be my get out of jail card or
I mean, yes. Give you an opportunity, at least.
to figure out what's going on and how much he knows.
Mm-hmm. Or you could bring one of the others with you, or all of them.
Just have the whole party appear in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'd make it look legitimate.
Of course.
Teleportation circles are pretty easy to tap into, actually.
Then, where's Tazar when you need him? Because this could be a greater chance. This could be a great chance.
I mean, you could always send a rear.
No, I mean,
You
for getting his blood. That's what I mean.
could always send a rear. He would never
Sneaky elf
expect it.
noises from the vents.
You just hear shifty ears from the vents. Motherfucker.
You would never expect a rear to do something like that.
Could I trust a rear to do that, though?
I mean, knowing how lucky he is, possibly?
Minnie's not paying attention right now, and he's going to be like, what?
I'm listening.
Oh, you are listening.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure I could trust a rear to do it, but I do see the point you're making.
You would never expect it.
Mhm.
Either one of the doors, actually.
Either one.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me a slightly more reliable option then.
Or send both of them.
Dar clearly did not react to that. I'm saying he's slightly more reliable than a rear.
The star here is the question.
Silence means no.
Silence means a no. Okay. We're volunteering. He's like, we're volunteering
Oh, he's
people
there.
for missions that aren't here. So. Anyway, if you want me to assemble if you want to assemble the party, we can, or you could go.
Go as the whole party. I mean, it would work. Do you have if we do go with this, because information gathering is going to be helpful. Do you have the ability to hide artifacts?
I mean, don't you all?
I mean, yes, we
You
all
all
have our
have bags of holding. I mean,
Yes, but I really don't want to be taking a bag of holding anywhere near Victor that has a very special artifact that we require.
oh,
Because if I appear without the bag, it looks like I'm hiding something. It's usually on me at all times.
you don't want the artifacts that you guys got from Ashir, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, luckily, and you see him like get up. He gets up and he walks over to.
His bag of holding.
No, he doesn't. Well, he has one, but
Yeah, exactly.
you actually see he has a hidden like door in his cabin. Like he's got a safe room on this warship, and it opens up, and it's like you've all seen like the John Wick where they go into the armory. It opens up, and it's like one of those rooms, like the something from Kingsman or something like that, where it opens up and it's just like all of like this really fancy stuff.
I need guns. Lots of guns.
Basically something like that, and it's a big armory room. And it's not filled to the brim, but there is stuff in here. Like this is technically not in this plane, as he points into the room.
You have
The
an
room-
armory that acts like a bag of holding.
I have a room of holding, that is correct.
I don't want to know how much these things cost. Or how
Good,
much
because
time.
most of them are priceless.
Yeah, That's what I didn't want to know.
Mm-hmm. And like a lot of the stuff is old. It is very old.
Very old artifacts from days past. Christ.
I made some of these too, by the way, as he like looks around the room.
Like, I remember the day this was forged.
Yep.
Like, Darius is just sort of there like, okay. Lots of very old artifacts.
You remember the first time Wizards Mansion? It's the same concept.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at any point you probably could have said, hey, here's a bunch of artifact equipment if you would like it. But no.
Most of it is pretty much useless, not gonna lie. It's more sentimental value than actual functionality.
Ah, then
Yes.
fair enough then.
So do you want to place those in here? And
Yes, I definitely do want to place the spear in here because that's the only thing I have left.
the book too? Or who has the book?
I thought the book stopped. Oh no, wait, no, the book still exists. Yeah, I thought it might have, but
Mm-hmm.
no.
Nope.
That was in my room still, so it probably would have been put in the bag along with the spear. So yes, I would place both of those there. Probably want to go discuss with the rest of the guys to put whatever they got from a rear. Yes, we all got things from a rear. Very good job. Good idea. Yes.
Yeah, hearing loss.
Yeah.
A
What?
shear. A shear.
Yeah, a shear. Fuck me. I can't believe I did that. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired
Well.
without waking up.
Shall we get the rest of the party?
Probably would be a good idea.
So Tazar is not in his room because he's not here, so we'll move on from that.
He's
Um,
spider climbing the vent somewhere.
probably. You go. Who do you go to first? Who do you want to go wake up for? Go knock on their door and be like, "Hey, we gotta go."
Just who would be the closest to Baywater's quarters?
Probably Gothic or Cam. It'd be my two guesses because medical would probably be somewhat close to that area.
Don't we have the ship map somewhere?
Not for the cruiser, not for the
Oh,
big
yeah.
one. It was for the old one.
Yeah, Bloody Stifler's on that. Gave us
Mhm.
half. I guess I would go Goz first.
So you're gonna go wake up or go knock on the Star. You hear a knock knock on your door.
Wait, is it like nighttime?
I'd say it's early evening. You guys haven't gone to sleep yet, but
I'm not about to boot in your door and go, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up,
Yeah.
wake up.
Not a little makeup.
Come in.
And the door will open to reveal Darius.
Hi,
As he enters
Darius.
the room. Did you take anything from the vault in Ashir, might I ask?
I couldn't find anything too interesting. It was mainly you guys who found stuff, so no.
Right, okay then we don't need to store anything for you. But we... I've been discussing with Baywater.
About About?
About ways to get in and out of Aileron. Well, in a way, he can get us in and out without putting the ship at risk. Make it look legit. And if shit goes south, he can pull us back.
Is that so?
According to him, yes.
Just like see God's extent. Like he was getting ready to go to bed because he was a little tired from the day. And
He's got like pajamas on, his fucking nightcap, little beard cap as well.
I don't know about beard cap, but yeah. He's just like starts scratching his beard. It's like that sounds really dangerous. How would he get us out?
have you already forgotten what he is?
Yes, but wouldn't that mean he'd be using his powers?
If he's using his time powers, I believe it would be a taboo. But if he's using simple arcane magic to interact with, you know, this the portal system between the continents, I I don't think that would be an issue, and he's the one who brought it up. So
And to get back, we would have to go through the same portal.
potentially, he said it's not hard to tap into the ley lines, so he could potentially pick us up from outside of it if we're within a decent enough proximity of the city, which we would probably still be in the city or near enough of the wall. And one, doesn't arouse suspicion. Two, we can gather information on what Victor knows.
Wouldn't they be looking out for our airship? And if we all of a sudden showed up without said airship,
Well, we said we weren't near. We said that we were heading, towards Avalon. And a quick detour to have the ship still in Avalon while we use a summoning circle. Or there were other locations that had such things. It's still, a correct mode of travel. That shouldn't be too suspicious. And there's other potential benefits if we can pull it off right. You remember what one of the things we need to get, right?
you just like see God like start on like thing. He's like starting. It's like, and the first thing that comes to his mind is the blood. It's like, blood.
Correct. His blood.
I don't know if you have planned for that, unless you think he'll just be willing to let us prick his finger.
I mean, an accidental fumble of a dwarf might work. And
You're-
that was another recommendation from Baywater.
So what are you pointing over here to like accidentally cut Victor?
I mean, I feel like I couldn't trust Arir to focus on the objective at hand. As he looks directly at you.
Just see like Kazuko like kind of starts like thinking about it. It's like I have no idea how I'd manage that. So you have a plan?
Accidentally break a glass and trip. Try to show off some sword fighting techniques and oh no. Many options to fumble. I mean, I would entrust the I'd entrust you to think of the one that would work in the moment with whatever is around. You are a ranger. You should know how to use your environment to your advantage. Little bit of sass from Darius there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, holy god. Okay. Damn, son.
Darius throwing out a little shade at Gauze. Like, I mean, you're intelligent, right? Come on, man. No, no.
I'm really blanking on what to say.
Come
No,
on,
character.
Star, you're failing. Come on.
this is the RP part. Come on.
Like I'm trying to figure out like what would be a good idea to do, and I can't think of anything.
No. I gave you a big old hint. Use the environment of where we meet him. If it's on
Or
the
take
training.
him somewhere where you can use the environment, Star. There's an idea.
Yes, you could probably convince him to follow you to a place.
Yeah, but Darius, what if he senses this, and I point to the where the mark is on my wrist, still covered up?
Shit, forgot about that.
And what if I
Just keep your hand inside the bag of holding the entire time. It'll be fine.
I mean, I could chop it off
Nope.
if you want.
Darius?
Uh, a way to hide it, a way to mask it. It is only a small mark.
Face tattoo. That I got when I was really drunk.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly.
No.
'Cause, ooh, I have an idea.
What is your idea?
I'll hand you my bracer.
Racer?
Yes, that very nice looking bracer I have. It is a holy object. Might mask it enough?
I guess so.
I think, I'm thinking small mark, holy object over the small mark. Should work.
Might work. Find out. Did you give him the bracer now, or are you guys gonna wait?
I mean,
Let's see if it fits on my hand.
I mean, it's big. I mean, it's like it's not your hand. It's like your whole arm, like your whole forearm, pretty much like fits into his bracer.
it's what a bracer is.
Yeah.
So, as I'm saying, tiny mark, big piece of holy object.
He looks like it looks more like it's almost like up to like midway like past his elbow a little bit, and it's like it's almost his whole encompasses like his whole shoulder.
Jesus Christ, what?
Yeah,
It covers his whole arm.
like halfway. I wouldn't say all of it. I mean, it's
Fuck.
kind of big. You're a tall dude, man. What's your height? You said you're what, like 6'5", 6'6", aren't you?
No.
No,
Like 6'1".
Oh, 6'1". Okay, so disregard that.
Christ, Wall is trying to fucking turn me into a demi-giant, apparently.
Yeah, I thought you were bigger. I thought you the way you
Phrasing.
described it, I always thought you were like
You
6'4" or
thought I was
6'5".
big.
Yeah.
God damn it, Kenneth.
Anyway, regardless, it's still. I mean, it looks big on him. Regardless,
It looks
yeah,
big on him. But, you know, if he wears a bit of clothing over it, it should be fine.
yeah.
I guess this works.
Where's the magic detector when we need him? I mean, the demon detector. Not the magic, that's the other one.
I mean, currently still not here.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So, yeah, you're able to get Gauze up. Do you go to Cam next, or do you go to rear?
Well, Cam would be the closest.
Mm-hmm.
So onto Cam's door. Knock, knock, knock.
Yes.
Before response, blink puppy. Ah! I mean, would I be wrong? Because the blink puppy wouldn't have to sit at the door and bark.
No, he's just barking at the door anyway.
This is-
Just barking at it from the other side, like between Darius's legs, and then the door opens. Did you see the Blake puppy?
Teleport between like just the bark at the door.
You know it would do that. Come on.
It probably would, to be fucking fair.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. So
Oh,
you said,
shit, I'll be right back.
oh dear. Have a quite a disjointed session here tonight, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's the weekly call from his brother about wanting to have dinner or something.
I believe that's usually what it is.
Or it's his pizza.
Oh,
As well. Yeah, the pizza coming there as well. Yeah.
okay, who all ordered pizza tonight?
I think everybody did except me.
Huh?
I thought you
Yeah.
were. Didn't you get pizza as well, Brexit?
I've already eaten my pizza.
Yeah, you had pizza. I'd be surprised if Hall. I wouldn't be surprised if Hall's got pizza.
No, he's eating with family tonight, so...
Yeah. I don't like eating with family. I run away.
In here.
They're like, are you gonna sit down and have dinner with us? I'm like, I hate you people. Why would I do that? Is living with you not enough?
All right, sorry about that. Pizza finally fucking arrived.
Yay!
Yep.
Only took them
Motherfucking
half an
pizza.
hour after they were supposed to be here, but
Useful.
it's weird because usually they're here like early, not
Yeah.
late.
So obviously, you know, it was half an hour late, so you didn't have to pay. So
Oh, that'd be nice. It's the prepaid deal, so I doubt that is
Ooh.
actually a thing.
I know that was like a trope in movies that involved like
Mhm.
pizza delivery. I never believed it was
Spider-Man.
true, but
Some places had it.
wow, ballsy motherfuckers they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because on a Friday fucking night, man, they're fucked. That, you call from the next town over. Just be a dick.
They just wouldn't deliver to you because they know it's too far away.
So,
Anyway, where were we?
anyway.
Oh yeah, blink puppy's jumping on you.
Ah! So you hear from the other side of the door. Ah!
There he is.
Yes, hi Cam, hi. Hello to you too. Do you even have a name yet? I don't know.
Just don't let Nix jump on you. He's not supposed to do that, and he knows better.
Okay, Nix. Just from the other side of the door, like for Darius's camera, like obviously it jumped on me, like Darius has grabbed it and it's just sort of outstretched his hands, like
Blinks away as you
No.
try to like camera reaches for him and just bloop, in the room somewhere else, like on the bed or something.
so you hear from behind. Motherfucker.
The funny thing is, Blink Dog's the race's intelligence is 10.
Yep.
So it can.
So if you thought Nazi Shepherd was smart,
Wait. So I went, oh, that's not enemy, it's friend, and jumped. Son of a bitch. um. Anyway, I've. Did you get anything from the vault in Bashir?
I don't think I did.
Did you not?
No, you were the only one that took anything, I think.
No, there were people that took stuff. Just wasn't me.
I could have sworn out of all the people that would have taken stuff, you would have been one.
I would have if I'd found
Anything
anything.
of value, yeah.
Anything that caught your eye. Oh, that, my goals, that solves that one very quickly. There is the reason I was asking is to make sure that we have me and Beerwater have been discussing, and we have a bit of a plan.
Yes, you're converting.
He has an entry and exit strategy sort of in his head that he can perform. While that entry and exit would be to Alaron, it would not put the ship in danger.
So why do we even have to go back?
Well, one, Victor obviously ordered me to return. Two,
Well, it sucks to be him then, because you don't have transportation beside your feet.
we have magic.
Really? You can cast magic?
I can't. Baywater can. And he can tap into the summoning circles.
And as far as Victor is concerned, the only person that actually is entitled to, or he is entitled to have listened to him is you.
That is correct, but I believe that gathering information from what our opponent knows is useful. Now,
So
whether
you
or not
intend to just walk over there and ask him.
more of see if he gives a tell when reciting whatever stories. And also, it is a good opportunity to get one of those required items.
One of those acquired items.
Yes. Wait, does Cam know of the required items? Can we explain?
Oh, required art.
Yes, required items, not acquired. Sorry, if it came across as acquired, I do apologize.
I might have just misheard you.
I'm assuming that you've been informed of these.
I forget if I know about that or not.
You do. You were there when they talked about it, the dragon, because they mentioned it. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So you were there.
Wasn't he there for the angel fuckery too?
Yeah, he was there for both, all instances where it's been mentioned. Both instances, I think you were there, Cam. So.
Oh look, the
Right.
demon detector's here.
Wasn't he like shit-faced drunk though for the angel?
One of them he was, and the other one I think he was sober. And I'm assuming one of you all would have explained it to him once he was sober.
As to why the fuck there was an angel in the hallway.
Yeah.
Man, that was one
I
hell
like
of a
the-
hallucination. Oh no, that was real.
What?
I was hoping that was a bad dream.
Yes. No.
Ooh.
And yes, the demon detector is here. I am back after having gotten food.
Nice. What did you get?
Chicken.
Damn it. If you'd said pizza. Right.
So
So
I'm all for learning more about our enemy, but there's a difference between gathering intelligence and walking in his fortress.
well, if we walk in acting like nothing's wrong, like we don't know, does that
And you do
trigger
not
it?
believe he does not already suspect something?
I mean, he might suspect something, and that's what, gathering information really will help with.
Usually you want to be somewhere where that information might be helpful to you when you learn it,
Well,
rather than locked up in whatever
we do
form
have,
of dungeon he chooses to create.
again, we do have someone who can tap into the summoning circles, unless he's going to shift us across planes, as you
That is
eloquently
not out of the question, given historically.
we should be relatively fine, and we still need his blood.
Or remember, we can supposedly get from some other places.
One other place.
Some other,
There are other
Like-
alternatives for that, however.
also his brother.
Who is the Chaos God?
Yeah.
You want to open up a direct line to him again, Star? Make that mark bigger. Let him claim your soul.
Eh?
Is that what Goz would want?
Eh?
He doesn't know. Okay.
But there's also a chance that he'll just take one look at me and is like, smoke, and I'll be dead.
That's why I'm giving you a holy object to cover the fucking mark. And that's why I want the demon detector here.
Sorry, what?
A demon detector?
That was out of character. But
Sorry. Yeah, what plan is this, and why does it involve me going near the holy?
Darius wants to go kiss Victor and see if he likes it.
Hell no.
basically,
No,
we're gonna walk into the enemy
No.
camp like nothing
Nope.
is wrong.
not happening.
Like we don't know a
Denied.
thing.
You cannot make Scamos go on this.
We need his blood.
I don't care. We can get that later when we shoot him multiple times from an alley.
I'm fairly certain that when we perform this ritual, he will have to be there, yes?
No, because the ritual is what opened the door to his phylactery.
Tiny bit more gun.
At the very least, getting his blood seems like the very last step we should do.
I mean, we have the spear, and we just need the favor of God.
Tea first before we go stomping into Victor's camp going, hey bro, got some of that there blood?
And if, my religion changes, he would probably sense that and figure,
I
oh,
imagine he has a fair number of followers.
yes, but he was able to pick me out from all of them when I called upon power.
And if you change who you are devoted to, you will no longer be shining a light in his eyes.
Yep, but when he goes to look for me and realizes he can't find me, and then we have to go get his blood.
Where's the ship right now?
We're kind of halfway. We're still heading towards Avalon. So
There's shorelines in view?
no. You're out in the middle of the ocean right now.
Okay.
Say probably between Stowhaven and at this point from Ashir, we'll say, I'm assuming you guys went probably direct, so we'd probably say you're somewhere in here. So you might be able to see like Inishannon and Westpool and maybe the coastline here for Stonehaven as well.
Fucking Inishannon.
Maybe.
Primary
Inishannon's
export
there.
potatoes.
Yeah. You'd probably see them off the horizon, but it's kilometers away. Like it's away.
Not close.
Not close.
Are there any lighthouses on the shore?
Not from where you can see. No, you don't see any.
Okay.
Were you going to trying to use the lighthouse as a way of indicating?
As a metaphor, yes.
Yes. Fucking, I knew that's where you were going with that, motherfucker.
It is easy to find something that is shining a light. It is much harder to find something that's in the dark.
But he also knows of me, met me. There is a good chance he would be able to figure out when I break away, if I were to break away.
Should have picked up a divination shield while we were in Aurelian.
Well, how unfortunate I didn't. But what I'm thinking is the more eyes and ears we have when we go into Aurelian, the more eyes and ears we have to find out what can be learned. What is the situation in Aurelian? What is going on there, as well as what do they know? What are their plans? All that lovely stuff.
What is the worst case when we arrive in Aurelian?
Worst case, they immediately turn on us, and Baywater would probably pull us back.
If you can pull us back.
I disagree. Worst case is they allow us to deboard. We are taken into Victor's presence, and then we are taken into either custody or attack. At that point, we are away from the ship. Any support?
We aren't taking
And-
the ship, as I've said.
Well, fine. Whatever our conveyances to the city.
Tapping into the ley lines between the summoning rituals.
It's, don't care how we get there.
So
We're taken into his presence, and then he reveals that he knows that we have had a change of heart.
But if we don't reveal to him that we've had a change of heart and think
And
nothing's
if he already knows
wrong,
and only reveals to us once he has us in his clutches, then what are we going to do? Because if he asks us as a all
Mm.
to come into his receiving room, we can't do much else other than agree. Not with us causing suspicion if he doesn't know.
then
And at that point, there's no point in even going if that's what we're going to do.
we have someone create a really, really
And
loud
best case,
bang.
and in the best case, we learn a little bit of information that isn't particularly useful immediately.
What the overall plans, their line scheduling, whatever we can get our hands on. But again,
Now, if we don't go, the worst case is he figures out that we aren't, and can't do much because he's on the other side of the continent. Which is a little bit of an exaggeration, sure, but
you seem to be thinking that he already has forces outside of Aurelian.
I think we can handle forces that aren't in.
and we
Oh,
can
Scamos is here now. Just Scamos appears into the
And
room.
when we can handle those, or at the very least, they're a lesser threat than what we will find in Aurelian. Partly because they will have to find us.
And if they make a move while they have to find us, a move that could be something that we could have prevented. As in something that could
In what
spell
regard?
something that could spell disaster for millions.
Probably not something we can prevent
That
then.
does not sound like something we can affect. If they were going to make that move during that time anyway, then we will be stuck in Aurelian.
But the
Only way
main
we would
point,
prevent something is by immediately killing everyone involved with executing it.
the
You
main
risk
point of
much, gain little. If we were sending in a single spy, which he would not have any direct knowledge of, sure. Go ahead, send him to Aurelian. We are a known quantity. We do not spy with known quantities.
but isn't that the logical argument? And if you follow logic, you don't split the known quantity, but what if you go against logic and it works?
And you get killed.
Then you are lucky and did something stupid.
Or incredibly lucky.
If it's
and
stupid
you
but it
still
works,
probably
it's
get
still
killed.
stupid and you're lucky.
And we have burned
And all it
of
needs
our
to do
luck.
is work once.
Darius,
It's
you have
far
burned.
easier for it to fail.
Darius, you have burned all of your luck you have ever had on a fight.
Would you like to take a jump off the side of the ship in case you get lucky and to fly?
I mean, unless,
And
I grew wings.
Darius, the play you're talking about there is, well, a logical fallacy, and there's a reason it's not used by people who do any kind of intelligence gathering. It's because it's so blatantly obvious. The people who have tried it have died. They are what we call, under the ground, burned. Whatever, your culture that happened to catch them does with their hostile spies. Usually nothing pretty.
Have you said he is already suspicious of us? But do you not think he will be keeping an eye on anyone who arrives?
And you just don't act suspiciously. Just run your everyday life.
Said, then
Then
don't be
what
that.
is the purpose in being there if we aren't to be able to learn anything?
Because I'm going to get the dwarves to do something stupid.
I love
And-
this.
Just a loud sigh from
Really,
Scammers
they're
at
going to
that.
take after you then. Leading
Well,
by
so-
example.
I would prefer it if it's Gauze, but if we have to rely on the other one.
Doesn't even say his name, just the other
You
one.
realize if you try anything while you're doing this, you're going to die, right?
The whole aspect is,
Usually your type are
you
enthusiastic
know how
to meet God, but you already have.
you know how, Skamos, you said that the argument I presented was a logical fallacy. We have a walking logical fallacy that seems to survive.
No, he doesn't survive. We keep him alive by being overly logical for him. Think about how many instances one of us has intervened and kept him alive.
Because he's insanely lucky that we're there.
No, more like we babysit him so hardcore we never leave him alone long enough to
Not
cause that kind of
particularly.
issue.
Not all the time.
Okay, out of character. Has Scamos arrived?
Yes, Scamos is here. He's like in the doorway. He saw you guys talking, and you guys
Okay.
shut
I've been
the
looking
door.
for Darius to talk with him for a while
Yeah.
because we needed to talk about God
Yeah,
things.
and he found him
And hearing the
talking with him.
conversation was
Okay,
kind
so
of
I,
like,
I
this
can
is
actually respond to
important.
the same character
Yes,
then.
yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your plan is to rely on slim chances in luck then. Because you've seen it happen before.
Luck and a bit of hope. All we ever need.
In my experience, a good plan is better than either.
Remember that.
And your plan for the
You'll
blood.
be lucky or not, irregardless of whether or not you have a plan. The only difference is whether or not that luck is enough for you to survive.
And you
The
come up with the
plan
plan.
can make the difference. Of
Where's your plan? Where's your plan to get this blood?
my plan to get the blood. Do it
Yes.
at the last second. Because as soon as we get the blood, he knows we're against him.
Do it at the last second. When he'll already know that we're against him.
So what do you propose then, Darius?
As
He
he's
might
gaining
know we-
more and more strength.
He might know we're against him at that point. But he
It'll
will
be too late
definitely
for
know
him to
it
stop.
afterwards.
Two, if you do it right, you don't get his blood until everything is set and you take his blood at the ritual. Then he doesn't have a chance to intervene to stop it.
If he knows blood is that vital to the ritual, he wouldn't go anywhere near the ritual site.
Not unless you don't give him a choice.
And how
Does
would
he
we
know
do
where
that?
the ritual site is?
I would assume where he would know is where his phylactery is. Yes.
Well, his phylactery isn't on this meeting. Correct?
That is correct.
So the ritual site is not where his phylactery is.
But it's the gateway to it.
Out of character, do we know where this ritual site is? Because I don't remember.
They told you that it was in a different plane. They didn't say specifically where, because
Apparently,
The ritual site, not the phylactery.
The ritual site, I think, is one we can set wherever the fuck
You
we
can
want.
set it
You just
wherever.
perform a ritual and it summons
you just have to
forward.
have
That makes sense.
No,
Aren't-
I thought we had to break into Forge Hammer.
aren't the Dragar like?
That's
not the
where
Dragar.
the Forge Hammers, the Forge Hammer and the Durgar are what's guarding the other.
We need one more element
Actual
to
blood.
perform the ritual.
Wait,
And
they're
they're-
guarding actual blood.
Yeah, they're guarding his there's a phylactery and then there's like another one that they hid away in Forge Hammer so they could do this.
Oh yeah, that was one of the
Yeah.
like the agreements before.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So if we get
Or
that,
they
question
we're going to
this.
stick him.
I questioned this from you. I said, "Oh, so his phylactery's in Forge Hammer," and you
No,
said,
it's not. It's in
you
a
said
different.
yes. You didn't
No,
say
no,
it was a
no.
vial of his blood, you dick.
It's like
So I've been
legit-
on this massive,
Yeah,
discontinuous rant.
Oh my god. That's why Darius is so insistent about this.
You
a lot.
prick.
Jesus.
I apologize. I didn't understand Brexit. I apologize. No, they're guarding
Darius off
the.
suicide train
They're
now.
guarding one of the ingredients, is what it is.
Right, so
Now
the
that
Durgar are getting
We've
one of the
sorted
ingredients.
that out.
Yes.
Can I interest you in a holy book?
Motherfucker.
You know that your current god is nothing more than a particularly powerful man, and you've met one of gods.
Who is asking for a weaker man's help to defeat that very powerful man. Yes, the very brave god you have there.
Do you wish for the gods to fight wars upon this plane?
From how the gods have said it, it's not going to be much of a war.
Would you prefer that they walk this plane and fight wars among it? Among the mere mortals? Or would you prefer that they act through intermediaries?
But they can't intervene, even though they said that they can't intervene with
Oh.
chaos, but they can't
Gods
intervene.
can always intervene, they just can't do it directly.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
So-
think you are able to cause your powers exist, for example?
So all of these gods, they can't intervene
Mhm.
with chaos. Why haven't they just smited Victor?
Breaks the rules.
That'd be intervening
instigating
directly.
world-ending problems.
Yeah, but if
They
they
can
all
empower, they
unanimously
cannot
agree,
directly strike.
if they all unanimously agree that it is the right course of action to prevent them all from dying.
Yeah, here's the thing, Brexit. There's this thing called precedent. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Said it once like that, and all it takes is a group of 3 of them sitting there and going, you know what, we disagree with the other one's opinion, and the precedent was set that if it was the right thing in the end, it was okay, so we're just going to go do this, and the next thing you know, it's just permanent lightning bolts everywhere.
I think
The
that would be
other-
a more interesting world.
The other thing is it could theoretically, if they did that, and this is more kind of going in big brain with like the whole universe thing and like how the gods work. They
The
would
concept
be,
of collateral damage.
yeah, it would cause a lot more damage and possibly break reality,
Lateral
basically to a
damage is just
point.
another term for acceptable casualties.
It might alter reality very drastically. Because then who takes over his power? Because that power is still out there for grabs. What happens with it? Now, if the mortals kill him, it's different, and that's kind of why they're trying to act through their the intermediaries.
Question.
Yes,
In the history of this world,
yes,
was there ever like a God's War or something?
yes. That's how life came to be. Basically, there was at one point in time like an entity. It's kind of the one of the big creation myths, and I'm glad somebody finally fucking asked.
It's the story of Anuiel from not Anuiel, Anu from
Larkan.
No, not that. It's basically the story of Anu from Diablo 3. Waller accidentally created this on accident.
Well, there's more to it. So like
what's
the
the
gods were
story?
split, and then oh no, they fought each
N-
other, and they split some
let's
more.
just say like what was
Shall I get my Book of Cain?
Hang on, let me explain, because I actually was thinking about this the other day at work. Yeah, while I'm doing work stuff, right? Anyway,
Yeah, but very good during the outbreak. Waller.
dude, there was nothing going on. I was watching freaking
Finish.
horrible freaking classes from the 90s that I've gone through like 5 times and I know more about already. It was whatever. But there was a cosmic like it's kind of like the Big Bang, where at one point in time there was like the cosmic ocean kind of thing, and then light and dark got separated, and then that's what kind of created the whole divide, and then those started dividing and then started clashing with each other, and voila.
Again, as I said,
Yes.
read the
Yes.
world creation law for Diablo. There you go.
Basically.
Because that's how he created that.
I've never played
Accidentally.
Diablo, and I've never played Diablo. So there you go. Anyway. But yeah, no, so there was a big war at one point in time in the past. And this that is why they have those rules too, is because it was devastating, and they wanted to hold on the power that they had rather than lose it all. Because if they kept destroying themselves, there'd be no gods left, basically.
And everything would be
Mhm.
mortals.
Mm-hmm. And that's why. So
And science
that
would take
answer,
over instead of
Cancer?
religion, and we'd
Mhm.
Yes. And the gods don't want to give up the power because, yeah.
and we'd be spell jamming already.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how much do I know about how gods get or maintain power?
The Shirans actually know a lot because they have been able to study from, because you guys had a lot of, as a people, there was a lot of them that are still alive or that were able to watch it over time, and they've had theories. It's a lot more like more theories other than actual like we have the facts. Like we're pretty sure this how it's how it works. Like, but you guys didn't really talk about it outside of Ashir, like because they didn't want to be called heretics most of the time because if you started speaking like that in a lot of places about
Okay,
the
but how
other
does it work?
people's, but how does it work? How do they
Mhm.
maintain their power? Well, so the way it is everybody gets a piece of, it's through faith. So like Victor's power, the more
More followers,
the more
more
followers,
power.
more power. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bigger the religion, the bigger. So like big gods that you guys met, there's a lot of followers for them, so they have a lot of power. And then someone like the Traveler, for example, doesn't have as many followers, so he's kind of classed lower. Now, if he suddenly started getting a bunch of followers, then that'll change.
Hmm.
So,
Wink, wink, hint, hint.
yeah. Stuff like that. But your
Whereas
big
the
two.
gods don't intervene
Mm-hmm.
because if they did, we'd have another gods war.
I just want to point out that Darius did not say that in character. That was actually genuinely posing the question to Waller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the RP.
Okay, then what was the last thing Darius said at this point?
Well, seeing as my information was fucking wrong, rewind that shit. Because,
Yeah.
thank you, Dick.
You're welcome. I mean, you still need to go talk to Victor at some point.
What the fuck we
I
do?
don't.
Yeah.
We need to talk to Victor
We
when
can
stick a
talk
knife in
to
his
him
throat
with
and
a big,
replace his
huge
ass.
spear in his shoulder. Maybe, preferably through his heart.
I gotta ask too, because I
He's
missed
a
this. Has
lich.
anyone else been explained the whole
Yeah, we can still talk to
whoever
him.
we sacrifice is replacing Victor thing?
No, that was the ritual to open to the plane.
No, there's also a part when I was talking with
There
Mr. Time Wizard
was
Boss Man.
with the angel dude. He did say that's what they understood, but the angels. So,
The
Baywater.
angel
Baywater.
didn't specify that.
No, but that
It
was
was
what you guys
Baywater that did.
assumed. You guys assumed that, but what Baywater said was like, well, that was a fallacy that they told that, or basically a false statement that they told the angels. They didn't want them to know what actually happened. So it's something in their lore. If you guys remember, like it's what they tell them is like, well, the person would replace them. Because the angels actually don't know how the gods work. Basically, is what's up. Does that make sense, Halls?
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
No, Baywater was the one that told me that, hey, whoever we sacrifice is the one that replaces Victor, or takes part of his power to stop it from being split and scattering 1,000 gods across the place.
Or you let it happen. Like that was
Yeah,
the
or
choice.
we can let it happen,
Yeah.
but we've been told we need a sacrifice, so before we pick one of those, it's one of those we should probably mention the two options. I'm just asking if anyone else had that information explained to them by another person yet, since I was gone for like an hour.
No, we haven't gotten that far, so.
So where the fuck were we?
Still talking about.
Because I'm not entirely sure where the in character ended and out
So
character began.
are we? So Darius, are you guys wanting to still go talk to Victor, or Now that you
Well,
know
I thought that was
what
the
you
only way
know.
to get his fucking blood, because Waller
No.
didn't explain shit.
No, I said there was two options, just one's a lot fucking harder than the other.
So it's more, do we want to go talk to Victor or brush him off and proceed with our own plans?
Yeah.
Proceeding with own plans will take precedence there, because we don't actually need to go see Victor.
I don't feel like
So,
being changed by him
pretty
personally.
much 2 hours of RP's just been erased.
Yes, because Waller didn't fucking explain shit properly.
No, I would like to point out the rest
Alright,
of us
so has
understood what was
anyone
going
read
on.
the-
It was a Brexit.
It was a Brexit problem.
It was a Brexit problem.
the book explaining the ritual? Because he basically said what we would
With
need.
the apples?
No, how the angel fucking when we talked with the gods, they said no. The angel explained that I said, okay, how do we get his blood without getting it from Victor? And he goes, well, there's his phylactery. I go, okay, where's his phylactery? You need the ritual to get to phylactery.
Right, because the angel only knew about the phylactery and Victor himself. He didn't know about the last bit.
He didn't know the third option.
The angels are
Baywater,
sacrificial guards, dude. They mean nothing
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things.
and Baywater
Okay,
does.
I
because
guess
the
I
time
missed
wi-
the bit when
the
Baywater
time wizards.
explained.
So just for your information, Brexit, the time wizards are the actual keepers of the fucking gods. It's not the angels. They played like they're similar roles, but the guards are basically the fucking red shirts for the
Okay.
for the angels are basically the red shirts.
So I'm assuming that I missed that
So,
part of the conversation.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
and technically
Okay.
in character, the only person who's actually had that conversation, I think, is Scamos.
Yes, you were the only one that had that conversation with Water.
So-
But in terms of what you know, but you are kind of metagaming there, but it's fine. So, if Scamos wants to describe that now, then he can.
Scamos would be explaining that, especially when we
Okay.
come in to hear Darius going, we have to go stab Victor in the face to get his blood.
There's more of us
Because
we were
That's a
going to.
terrible idea. And once he realizes, oh, that's his motivation for going to talk to Victor, it's going to be a case of, pump the fucking brakes. No.
And then you interdict with this new information. Right.
Yes.
Yes, the information of, hey, look, no. First of all, we can get his blood another way. 2, the angels don't know shit, so don't trust anything they say. And 3, that sacrifice, it's either give them up and they take Victor's place, or Victor splits into a bunch of other baby gods and we have even more problems on our hands.
A bunch of other
Pick
baby
one.
gods.
Because you don't know who you get.
Don't
So,
Fucking space babies everywhere.
basically. So that would be the explanation I would give everyone, just to get us back on track, I guess, RP from here.
yes, yes.
Just sort of looking at Scamus going, wish he told me that a minute ago. Not you indicating towards Baywater.
That is very important information. But in the meantime, why are you actually so opposed to finding a new god?
This fucking motherfucker.
No, Scamos is
It comes
interested in
full
this,
circle.
too.
Shit.
Yeah, you're not getting out of this. And now Scamos is here too. You got
You're-
both guns.
Holding tightly onto this
Falsehood, murderer, problem causer.
fable that is what you think of it is. Because why? It's convenient.
Because I was raised by it.
I, raised by chaos,
And
changed
what's
my
your
own
point?
religion.
You aren't allowed to learn as you grow older.
Not part of the Crusaders.
You aren't
not
allowed
really.
to make decisions for yourself.
Usually, when you're brought
you're
in,
only
you
allowed
stay
to
in
trust
until
what's
you...
told to you. What other people tell you is the right. Even when you
I'm
are
gonna
presented
stab
with
him for fucking cutting me off every 5 minutes.
even when you're presented with obvious evidence otherwise.
I do have my... Obviously, I doubt Victor. That's not in question here.
I doubt is quite a strong enough word. I should hope it's not.
Does not matter the word of choice. But for me, when growing up, I had next to nothing. I ended up having to steal. Now I a very terrible target. It was a crusader who I attempted to steal from. But he did not have me taken to the guard. He did not kill me when he had cornered me. He gave me an option. And that's how I became the man I am today.
Well, I'm glad that you have
I have
changed in
seen the
such way, but I have to ask,
I
why
have
are
seen
you
the
loyal
good
to?
comes it. It's just that the victor is the issue.
Why are you loyal to a creature which is only proven a betrayer, instead of
More
the
of
people
the
who have done
people-
you?
More of the people that are involved in it, not
Why are
Victor
you
at
loyal
this
to the
point.
creature rather than the people? If it was the people that are the reason you joined this religion.
Well, some of the people I'm still not pleased by.
Oh
But-
yes, I assure you, I fully agree on that.
Well, they did, try to wipe us out at one point.
Are you saying you're hanging on to this because you were given a chance by someone?
It's more of Victor still has his talons in all of them, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
is not the best way to rectify that situation by bringing them to a new way.
You try to mass unindoctrinate a loadable, see how that goes for you.
Well, it's fairly easy. You start one at a time.
Where are they? Where are most of them now?
Frankly, I'm not sure. I imagine most of them aren't in an army, because they aren't likely to be fit for an army.
Well, apparently Alaron is overrun with orcs. So it's a good chunk either dead or enslaved. So want to fight an army to help unindoctrinate them? Or go to Alaron and try to unindoctrinate all those soldiers? Oh, wait a minute.
Would you prefer to go and fight all those soldiers? That's your other option.
Preferably, no.
See Baywater come walking up, and he's like, "Oh, here you all are."
Why is he here?
It's a time wizard thing.
That was the thing.
No, it's
Oh,
a
hello.
CBM thing, is what it is. Baywater
Yeah,
actually
exactly. But
shanked
that's
Ricketts
the
here some
exclusive
bad
game. It's a
news.
time wizard thing because he's a fucking plot device now.
Stabby Stabby is out. Stabby Stabby
I-
is ready to roll.
Hello,
You
Cam.
cannot get to those people in either fashion, so they are irrelevant to the point.
So what's yours decision? Are we going or not?
Apparently, you withheld some very interesting information from me.
Oh,
Yes, Captain Cryptic here is very hard to pull information from.
You know,
Oh.
the whole there's a vial of Victor's blood guarded by the Durgar.
in Fortune, yeah, that's. Thought you understood that.
You never
Yes,
told
well,
me.
Sometimes information is slightly harder to disseminate, apparently.
I see. Anyway, well, we can go there too if you want.
I mean, securing that would be a good idea. But seeing as the Durgar are also follow the old way as the original of the religion's founding, it could be a fight as well.
Didn't you hit it off with the Durgar that you
I did,
spoke off?
but there's also the issue of Illithid in that mountain.
Yes.
And that's something we'll have to handle once we get there. Unless you know a way to find an army to clear it out for us, but that brings its own set of issues.
So, let me just get some information straight. Apparently, Aria knows a secret way into the mountain.
I have yet to see any evidence of this.
Who told you that? Like Baywater's like, I tell you that, or who told you that?
I think the angels said it.
Ah. Arir doesn't know,
The
but he is a
angels aren't
key.
exactly the most reliable source of
No,
information.
but he is a key.
Doesn't know, but he is a key.
Yes.
What is there, a dwarf-shaped hole on the mountain?
Please stick his dick into it.
I mean,
All right.
Well-
Yep. All right. Back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go.
I have no idea what Halsey said.
he's
He
going
said-
back in
He
5.
said he's dip. He said dip.
Potato.
What? We're expecting the dwarf to have a Swiss Army penis. That's not in character.
Anyway, moving
of
back to
character, I
the
am a
actual.
Out
Moving
of
to
character,
the
I'm an army medic.
actual what's going on. His bloodline is important, as you may know. As people said, he is possibly part of the old royal family of Forgehammer.
Yes, Victor did mention that.
Well, there's some old dwarven magic that was only usable by those of the of that line.
Unfortunately, I don't believe he knows that old magic.
Oh no, he does. He just doesn't know it consciously.
That's
I
helpful.
don't think you quite understand what the word knows means.
It's in his blood, not his mind.
Well, at the very least, getting blood out of him is going to be the easiest task we've had so far.
Well, Cam, have you studied the art of hypnosis?
I don't know, have I?
I don't know.
I don't know. Have you?
Have you? Has Cam studied hypnosis? I'm asking you as someone as your character. Would he have studied hypnosis?
Is it like from the magical perspective or the non-magical perspective?
The non-magical perspective.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, there's certain art forms in the study of hypnosis that would be able to awaken those unconscious knowledge. Wow, I cannot speak. Blech.
Ambulance.
Yep. Unconscious knowledge. There we go. And if it's a rear, it'd be super easy to do.
Super.
Super easy. A rear is in the engineering bay, and he just gets this feeling of like
Pure
Where is
dread.
yours?
somebody is talking about me right now, and I don't like it.
I'm back.
He thinks
Welcome
it's
back.
the blink puppy.
It's probably the Blink puppy.
He's
but-
waiting for it with a wrench.
The blink puppy is talking about him.
No, he thinks the
I mean,
feeling is the blink
with it-
puppy about to appear.
Because it probably terrorizes him in his shop, like when he's working on stuff, and he's just
Oh,
like,
it does.
"I'm working here."
Arir will light the fuse,
Like,
the blink
he-
puppy will put it out, and then Arir will be like, "Well, I didn't explode," and blink puppy will just bring it back to him.
The funny shit is, I have a name for the blink puppy, and it's much longer than Nyx, but it means Spark Hunter.
Spark Hunter.
Hey, can I
So
rent
yeah, that is
Smart
exactly
Hunter
what the
to,
fuck he'd be doing.
terrorize a rear for like a week straight?
All right, but Baywater's like, luckily I know this art, so if we
Of
want to
course
go
he
to
does.
Forge Hammer, we can do this.
Well, I feel like securing a very vital piece that we need would be a good idea.
Or we could just go and talk with Victor and maybe take the spear and just stab him and see what happens.
Tell you what,
The
how about
spear
you stab him?
returns to you when you throw it. Yes.
I mean,
I do believe it does.
yes. Or you can
Does
wanna
it do so with anything coating it? Does that stay on the spear?
Yes, if it would if you're saying like stab Victor and would it have his blood still on the blade, it is a possibility.
Oh, that's a good backup plan.
Out of character, don't forget we still need 2 gods.
Mm-hmm.
We need what?
Two
Gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're hitting on freaking Darius so damn hard about maybe
Well,
converting.
it's dependent on what gods are required. We
It
don't
doesn't
know what
say.
god.
It just said it just says gods. They didn't say which ones.
I don't think it
Yeah,
matters.
it says 2
It
gods.
doesn't
So
matter.
we've got the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm. And Traveler.
We got the Traveler.
You need one more.
That's 2.
No,
need-
because the Traveler doesn't count, remember?
Traveler doesn't
Mhm.
He
count.
doesn't have a seat. He doesn't have a voting
You
seat
have
at
to
the
have
table.
one
He
of the
just
big
gets
4.
brought in by
The Traveler
courtesy.
isn't a real god. He's
Camps,
only a pseudo god.
What
And
about
I
your
am not.
gods?
Are you looking to convert?
No, I'm looking at you like, don't your gods count in this situation?
No, they don't. Because they
I
technically
am sorceress. I am not divine.
yeah, and they don't count. Like draconic gods they were allowed to coexist, but they don't count. Technically. Like there's
What do you mean draconic gods don't count?
because they came
Racist.
from like a whole other freaking
Dragon racism
universe.
up in this bitch.
All
So
of the gods come from a different plane.
Dragonist. That's all this is.
it's Dragonist.
Dragonist.
I would like to
God.
point out I'm arguing with God in character.
Yes, you are.
Dragon lives matter.
Dragon.
Let's not go there, please. Thank you.
It's already gone there. There's already the fucking Dragonborn in the street protested. Oh god, it's too late.
There's not any Dragonborn left.
You say that.
Anyway, back but it's at hand. Okay. My God.
Do you want my advice, Darius, or is it just not going to be listened to? Let me put it that way first.
You might as well throw in your 2 cents. Or 2
When
copper,
it
I should
comes
say.
to questions of belief, I was converted because I was reaching out and asking for help and guidance. And for better or worse, in my case, I got an answer. Maybe for you, your best option right now, instead of trying to shop around yourself, per se, or having me and Cam convert you, because we can preach to you day in and day out as much as we want for this, but at the end of the day, it's got to work for you. Maybe your best bet is, instead of praying to a particular god, simply pray and ask for guidance openly and see who comes to talk to you.
I'm still a proponent of the conversion plan.
You know, you can
Well, apparently
still-
your gods don't count, so.
Only 2 of my gods are draconic, and one of them is evil. I certainly want to ask you to convert to her.
My point being, I guess, instead of just going straight to we just convert you to a religion because there's not going to be the belief needed there to get God's support, ask. And see if you get an answer.
Well, apparently I was meant to be visited since our communication with the gods.
Well, maybe it'll happen. Maybe you need to ask for it. The best, like I said, what happened for me was I reached blindly into the void and ended up getting an answer. Maybe, in the interest of giving you a chance to just try and figure things out, you should at least do the same. It's not a guarantee that you have to, convert or change your beliefs. If it doesn't work for you, it's not going to work for you, and we can't force your beliefs to change without literally, warping your mind. Something I am not willing to do. Maybe what you need to do is just reach out and ask for some guidance from someone that's not Victor and not us. Get an open, more overall sort of view, so to speak.
An open overall sort of view.
Yeah. Just blindly reach and see who answers. And then just
I would say
go
it is
from
also
there.
possible that you have already had one appear to you.
Are you referring to that incident after the illithid?
No.
No?
Much more recent, I think.
In my pantheon, Kiri Jolith is the god of honor, courage, justice, and unity.
What, the Silver Man? Or whatever he was.
The Silver Man? No. You're thinking of Paladine. Kiri Jolith, he is a lawful god of lawful good, but as meta as that term is, but oh well. But he tends to appear as a knight, a soldier, a man-at-arms, or in this case, a huge axe-wielding minotaur.
Sorry, are we saying Carbad is an avatar of a god?
Not an impossibility.
Maybe not a direct one, but possibly. No, Minnie, that is still Paladine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Never mind.
Or I'm blanking on what his other name is.
I mean, it is a possibility. Like, do you see Baywater? Like, I didn't think of that. It's a possibility.
Admittedly, it wasn't something I thought of much at the time because he is a popular god among Minotaur converts. They tend to take after that, but
Now, obviously, this shit was not planned when fucking Zach made that character. But, god damn you motherfuckers!
the funny shit is, out of character, I was pulling up my fucking gods list to remember about specifically the lawful good god of war. And I looked at his avatar, it's a huge axe-wielding minotaur. Huh.
God damn it, Zach! Why did you create that fucking character?
Zach was bribed.
Zach was bruh.
Zach was bribed.
Zach was bribed. Confirmed. How much did you pay him, Kent? Huh?
Lots of maple syrup.
Lots of maple. Paid him with maple syrup.
Wow, you didn't even have to give him a loose.
Nope.
But anyways, Darius, yes, that's my advice that I would give you and Cams as well. Pretty sound. Just sticking on your current path is not going to help any of the people you want to help, and it's not going to help you or the situation.
Bahamut, that's his name.
Change is needed.
Bahamut, that's his name. Isn't that the?
No, that I couldn't remember Paladine's other name. It was Bahamut.
Isn't he like the big honcho of the fucking?
Yes,
Yes.
he's the big
The
boy.
guy I just talk to you about is called. One second, let me spell it for you. That.
Kira Jolith. Are you sure that's one of your Theon and not one of the many horrors of the void?
I am fairly confident, yes.
Humor deflection will only get you so far.
You know, that was out of character, motherfucker.
Anyway, there it is.
Not as
You
if
see-
I'm suggesting you worship dual ions.
Hmm.
Oh shit, I forgot to wash that out. Fuck.
In this universe, probably just a made-up name.
Nope.
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 No? Then what do I know
No.
about the person I just made up?
You don't. I'm just saying from a GM perspective, no, that the Angel of Irons exists. It's just not it's just not known.
Because even in fucking the Critical Role campaign, that's a made-up name.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Darius, CC Baywater. You need to show that you are seeking guidance and not shutting yourself off from those trying to reach out to you, because I bet there's a few. Especially right now. You have to be able to accept that for them to, quote unquote, visit you.
Sorry. I was having an issue unmuting my headset. Darius is just gonna be there, just sort of looking at a lot of you like, well, I guess I can give it a shot.
But that's all I'm gonna ask of you, is at least just try it. If it doesn't
And
work, we
you
figure
guys
it out
watch-
from there.
You guys watch is like, alright, let's do this thing, and you see Baywater walk up Darius and just like puts his arm on you, Darius, and you just pass out.
Whoa! Oh wow, you're just
That-
speeding this up, you fucking prick,
Yup,
aren't you? You fucking.
just- Vulcan
think he
death
got
grip.
bored.
He got Vulcan death gripped of you and just put you out. And he's like, now you can have your
Whoa,
conversation.
hold on. The Vulcan death grip kills people. It's the Vulcan.
It's the one that stuns people. That one.
The other one.
Yes, the other
Fucking
one.
Christ one.
The Vulcan death grip. Darius, new character, go.
Yeah, motherfucker.
He was about to cap soul stealing dagger to the gut.
Do not panic. I just made him go to sleep. He'll be fine.
He just fucking Rotharged me,
Yes, he
motherfucker.
Yes, he did.
And who did
There
you
are
send
better
him-
ways to handle that.
Who did you send him to talk to?
Who knows?
Who knows,
Ian?
Ian?
Who knows, Ian?
Might be that's who it is.
Maybe my next movie.
Maybe my next campaign.
Alright, no. Darius'
No.
new god is gonna be Draco, and it's a horrible porn writer.
Oh no! Draco was the Inquisitor.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Oh.
and Baywater moves like is someone's like he looks to both of you. He's like, someone might want to help me get him back into his room, so we're not
You
leaving
could
him
have
out
just-
here.
If you hadn't knocked him out now, you could have had him walk there himself.
Yeah, I think you should have to deal with this one. This is on you.
All right, and you just see Baywater just like dragging the.
Plus, who knows if we were done talking with him or not. So we're kind of giving cameras look like, were you done talking to Darius? Because I was not done talking to Darius.
Conversation was nearing an end, but it wasn't there yet.
Well, abrupt endings be abrupt endings.
And Baywater looks at both of you, pulling him like he's pulling him down the hallway. Like you two are probably sticking your heads out or in the hallway, and like
I'm kind of just like standing far enough in the door that I can look down the hallway without
he's like
peeking
it
my
was
head
going nowhere anyway, and you just see him like dragging him down to his room, like this needs to happen, and then just like kicks his door open, and then just like Darius, he's
Oh,
like,
man.
yanked in,
Fucking
though.
kicking open that kind of door. Good job, mate. Kicks it. Wrong kind of door.
Yep. And then gets him in there, and Darius is now in his room.
Question.
Answer.
Did Darius for some reason have his armor on?
He always has his armor on.
Yeah, usually I do.
That would have been loud as fuck.
Yeah, that's why I was making that.
That's why he was making the earth noise.
Maybe water comes
Did,
out of the
uh,
door and Gothic's like sitting there, is just or like out in the hallway, like what the fuck's going on? Just like looking at
You
Water's
do
like,
hear it from engineering, by the way. You hear like this really loud creaking in the hallway.
Did
Does it pass-
Baywater kick him when he fell
Yes.
without getting squished?
Yes.
Impressive.
Baywater drag Darius by anywhere.
You probably stick your head out and you see just Darius getting drugged down the hallway. And you're hearing just this loud, just metal on metal, just down the hallway.
Oh, that floor's gonna need so much repair work.
Rick just
This is
laughs.
why I wanted some help, Scabos. And then just like,
Well, it's not my problem for repair work. It's your
know.
ship that looks like shit now.
Good job, Baywater.
thank you, Arir. It's really weird to say, but thank you.
I'll go ahead and cancel my test that I was doing. Thanks.
What were you testing?
Don't worry about it. It's not happening anymore. Thank you.
holy shit!
We're gonna have to head back to engineering now too, Cam.
God, it's just like ask Baywater. So, what happened to Darius? Baywater?
I put him to sleep. It's fine. He needs to have
Why?
a discussion with some people.
Like a rabid dog.
Put him
Well-
down like a rabid dog.
Don't you think you maybe should have like done that in his room?
I'm seeing the flaw in my logic now. Yes.
That's about what he says. He just kind of he doesn't say it verbally. He just has the look on his face, like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It just looked like right at you, like, yeah, I should have thought of that through. So, and then he finally gets Darius into bed. You just hear him go like, oh god, and it just like finally gets him in there, and then like comes out and shuts the door, and he's like, there. Now I'm gonna go get some crewmen to come fix this deck. I'll be back. And then he just disappears.
Right, because he couldn't get some crewmen to help him earlier.
I know. Well, he was kind of hauling Darius. I mean,
All he had to do was shout.
yeah,
Isn't exactly a
I
large
think
ship.
he's a little
No.
too intoxicated to think straight.
yes. Let's just say that he's been drinking pretty heavily.
Got it.
So,
Let's just say Waller's been drinking.
I mean, you don't know.
Yes, we do. You don't do anything fun.
Balzer's like, that's gonna change.
Nope.
Anyway, so yeah, Darius. You off sleep. Sleep does you do succumb to the Vulcrum wow, the Vulcan paralyzation of sleep grip or whatever it's called. And yeah, you start dreaming, Darius, and you're just it's one of those really anime scenes when the main character's like inside his head, it's just black with water, and you hear dripping. Sounds like you're in a cave. Inside your mind.
Man, I really
Darius.
need to pee now.
Yeah. So Darius, what do you say? You're alone in the darkness.
What do I say? Why the hell did you just rip off the fucking
I know,
intro to
Anything.
in-
anything.
No, literally the intro to that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Is that what's gonna happen now? Fuck.
Maybe.
Rolls, are you doing barrel rolls with your
No,
mic?
he's typing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Alright, muting.
fuck off.
Ah.
Anyway.
Bring your fucking clippers near me, boy. You'll fucking wake up bald.
You're having a really weird dream.
Sorry about that. My dad.
It's the whatever got through she got to him because I was like, we have to shave your head. What? Must do it.
It's tainted by Victor's holiness.
We just turned Goals into a Slayer. You have to dye his hair orange and shave a mohawk into his hair.
Anyway,
Give me 2
so
axes.
what do you say, Darius? What does Darius say?
What?
His
to
dream. Yeah,
to-
into
to
the
the-
darkness. Into the
into the
darkness.
darkness. Well, this is pretty depressing.
Silence.
I just say this is pretty depressing. Just pure silence.
Yeah.
Just yeah, that doesn't help the situation.
Hear about that, and you hear like a bunch of voices, like kind of emanate from everywhere.
Ah, now this has gone from depressing to creepy.
Well, this is your own manifestation of this conversation, Darius. So
I'm hearing like multiple voices say this
yeah,
at once.
yeah, it's
Oh.
yeah.
Oof.
Kind of saying it all in unison. It's really weird. It's really
Yeah,
off-putting. Yeah.
It's like any time I'm at work and the fucking ASTs go off together.
Yep.
Yeah,
We are many.
yeah, no,
Basically.
I don't like that. I fucking hate that shit. Can you not take turns or one at a time, maybe? This is a bit weird.
No, we have to play the game show now. No, I'm kidding. Just like, welcome to
No.
Pick Your God Game Show. No.
That's not how we're doing
Behind
it.
door number 1. God number 1. Tell us about yourself.
She has an obsession with death. It's Lady Death.
Anyway, no, they Darius, and you kind of hear them all say that. Like it's kind of like the whole like Reaper
You're playing
imagination
with the
shepherd
big
thing
boys
in
now.
like Mass Effect 3, like how he talks at the end, like when he has to decide, kind of like that.
Oh, what, you mean the fucking ghost child?
Yes, the Ghost Child when he's talking.
I'm Commander
just like,
Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Of course, someone has that on their goddamn
course.
soundboard.
What do you want out of life, Darius? What you have left?
Enemies driven before me.
I would have gone with the Conan speech, but Canthea fucked it. Thank you, Canthea.
Oh.
What a dick. What do I want out of life?
What do you with what you have left? Yes.
To stop Victor.
Beyond
To save
that,
everyone.
Beyond that, a lofty goal.
There's a lofty goal. And if it doesn't happen, what's the point of thinking further? You all know that. You know what happens if he wins.
This is true. And you kind of start as you hear that line, you start hearing like a bunch like now it's like voices are halved. Like some of them are not interested anymore. It sounds like they're like, yeah, no, fuck this guy. And now there's like 4. It's still
4.
There's 4 or 5 voices. Yeah.
I thought you were lawful.
It is lawful.
I am lawful.
Then the method should always matter.
No, they were asking, what
His
was
goal.
my
Yeah.
goals after Victor. Right now, if Victor wins, there's not much point in focusing on those. He is a practical man.
Darius, do you want to maintain the powers that you have? Or do you want something different? Something new?
This is basically what we're saying. Would you like to switch class, motherfucker?
Well, because depending on what god is picked, yes. So, or how it works, yes.
What, is there a god here that gives me the exact same power?
Yes. There is one. There is one there.
It's Victor! Ah, shit.
Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome
Welcome back to the team.
Where do you think you were going, bitch? No, it's quite funny how like the gods are like, would you like to keep the powers you have? Oh, Darius is just like, hello, Ewoks.
Mhm.
Just a stampede of Ewoks through the nothingness. Where the hell did those come from? The hell were they?
Anyway.
So, like a load of them just fucked off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're asking me this question. Darius just fucking ignores the question. Goes, where the fuck have they gone?
They weren't interested anymore.
They weren't interested in their own continued existence.
At least putting their faith, their power behind you. They don't believe in you.
Well,
They believe that
apparently
you'll fail.
they believe that we'll fail. Apparently, with my group of people, is the only ones that will succeed. You have no options according to yourselves other than us. So, the moment they feel like we'll fail, wouldn't you be putting all your eggs in one basket in this moment?
Why do you think we are still here?
Well, you've clearly invested, but they haven't, and they knows what happens if we fail. You'd think they
don't.
put everything behind the potentially winning horse here, if it's the only option.
They may be seeking other options. I don't know.
Is there other options?
They can try. They
Well, they
don't. We don't know.
You don't know?
The other option is war, and a lot of them are actually okay with that idea. Oddly
So-
enough.
You're okay with potentially dying and fragmenting,
Apparently.
which you
Their
all agreed that
consensus-
you didn't want.
Those apparently that has changed. Their consensus of those that have left. They believe that Victor can't kill them all. Apparently.
Apparently.
Apparently. So you're making it seem like you know that he can.
Well, we know he can. That's why we're still here.
Then why do they not know that?
Because they don't want to know that. People want to deny the truth. They don't believe that it's the truth, then to them it's not the truth.
Gods clearly aren't that far removed from us mortals, are they?
Why do you think you all were created pretty much in our image? Polar concepts.
Just Darius is just sort of sat down.
He's just like sitting, just sits down. Okay.
He just got, it's not a true face palm, but he's got one thumb on one side of one eye and his index finger on the other side of the
Mhm.
other eye,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just So
What do
you
you-
all know the outcome. Some choose to deny it when you're meant to be these powerful beings that created us.
Yeah. They've lost faith in their own followers. It is a sad day.
Well, that sounds like their followers are going to lose faith in them when everything, becomes Victor.
I mean, yes, that is a possibility. You and your group are your ARP's chance of maintaining the balance as we know it. You're not guaranteed, but you are the best chance.
You said there was like 4 or 5 voices, right?
Mm-hmm. There's still 4 or 5.
Okay.
You want to roll perception? You can, and see if you can recognize any of them.
Well, apparently it's still pitch darkness. You haven't described like
No,
people
because
appearing.
because there is nobody appearing. But you can if you roll a perception check, I will
might-
give you some. You might be able
might-
to.
I might recognize a voice from
Yeah.
previous experience.
Yes.
20 non-natural.
Okay, so there's 5 voices in total. There is three that are male and 2 that are female. The male voices you do recognize as the
Odin.
Allfather. Yes,
Yes,
he is
of
there.
course
He is
he's
there.
he's already put his eggs in the basket.
Yes,
So.
he has. The other 2 you don't recognize, and the 2 female voices you don't recognize.
Wow, the fucking Raven bitch ain't here.
No, she's not.
Have you actually heard her voice?
She doesn't
Yes.
speak. Well,
She-
she doesn't. She speaks, but it's
more in your head.
yeah.
Which, technically speaking, all of this is in my
In my
head.
head, yes. So
Why do I feel like I've been given medicine, and having a bed check right now? I speak to the Allfather. No, you don't.
So he sits there, or they all. So Darius, what drives you for your purpose?
To save as many as I can.
And why do you want to save so many people? What drives you to do that? Is it a sense of justice? Duty?
Did you say a sense of justice and duty or
Yeah,
community?
or
Right.
duty, or honor, and it's kind of what they all say.
I'd say I'd swing more to justice for that. But I know what it's like when you're treated unjustly.
You want to be the shield of. You want to be the shield, or the spear?
I want to protect them.
So the
course I do.
shield.
Why wouldn't you be? If everyone's in danger, why wouldn't you want to protect them all?
And you start hearing some of the other voices as you kind of like you hear Interesting. And you hear the voices. All the male voices are gone by this point, and it is one voice left.
All the male voices are gone.
Yeah,
It's just
male.
one female voice.
One
Okay.
female voice.
Wow.
One female, and the males are gone. So Odin pieced out. So
It's like, well, you're not going to attack, so fuck you, bitch.
yeah, basically.
Don't we need him as well because of his fucking spear?
I mean,
You have his spear.
have the spear already.
We have the
so
spear, but
it's still gonna work. It will still work because he can't just be like depowering it. He can't do that. So because then it breaks what the spear is. So
he's just like, no.
yeah.
First question on the God Shopping Brexit, since it's a female voice, you gotta ask yourself, is it seductive?
And
Go on, Waller. Describe this remaining voice.
it is not seductive. It is confident and hang on. It is a very confident, knows like it's extremely confident, and there's a sense of purpose, and you do kind of feel that and kind of get that through the voice. And as your brain starts to clear up a bit, and you see an owl, and you kind of transfer into this room, and there's like an owl on a perch, like on a yes, and there's an owl there. Brexit.
Professor Thaddeus?
It is not Professor Thaddeus. Get here. God. That owl was a fucking dick. Okay.
Alright.
So,
Who the fuck is
it was
Professor
a
Thad?
critical role. It was a
Oh,
critical role.
right,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't watched
And-
fucking Critical Role, so.
Yeah, and the owl was a dick. So
The owl didn't have a chance to really do anything. Just
no.
you got the owl, and then it flew off into the distance.
Yeah, it was
And every
kind of
time they heard a hoot, they're like, "Professor Thaddeus."
It just stalked them.
And behind the owl, you see like a big shield. It's actually a Greek shield. You look at it and you're like, that is old school.
Hello, Athena.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Like the moment you said owl and shield, I went, oh, it's
Mhm.
fucking Athena. Okay.
Mhm.
Hi.
That's why I asked between that's the whole the spear or the shield. That's why.
What
I
was the
asked
other one?
that.
Fucking Ares.
No, it was Odin. It was gonna be Odin or her.
Ares is
So-
axes.
Ares is axes, yes. And Ares is not a lawful good at all.
No, he is not.
No, he is not.
I'm not
Ooh.
lawful. I'm not lawful good.
Well, you are now. So
My
Lawful
alignment has
neutral?
been forced.
yes, it has by your decisions.
But my
Well, I've been questioning whether he should stay lawful, but
there's gonna be a weird old personality change for Darius.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not gonna fucking happen. I'll tell you that much. You've made a mistake with this.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
How
Darius
have I
will
made a
protect
mistake?
everyone, but he's still gonna. When Aria fucks up, he's still gonna hurt him.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
She
fine.
won't care. She won't
He's
care.
like,
She'll
no,
understand.
that's right option to protect everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, yeah, it is actually.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an owl and a shield.
Yep. And then you wake up from your unconsciousness and you feel the same. You actually don't feel like a change. Like, I mean, you do, but you're still.
So I wake up, yeah.
Mhm. Basically. Basically.
Oh man, 1,000 years will put such a crick in the back.
So I don't feel. I feel different, but I don't. That's
Like,
a
you
very
don't-
good describer, Waller.
So you feel there's a change, but you don't feel like your powers are different. So, like, you're still your same class, like, out of character. Like, that hasn't changed, but it's coming from a different source now. So, yeah.
Didn't realize Athena had Crusaders.
I mean, yeah.
Athena's adaptable.
Mm-hmm. Modern times calls for changes in how things roll. So,
Modern solutions.
yes.
You could have just gone with that, Wally. You could have
Yes,
just gone
that
with the meme.
works.
Have you not seen that meme?
No, I have not. Really not. Anyway, continue. What is Darius's what does Darius first do in response to that? Other than the what the fuck was that thing?
So I feel there's the change of like power shift.
Yeah, like you don't feel that attachment that you had to Victor. Let's put it that way. Like, you feel at peace, like, for the first time in a very long time. I think since you probably learned that Victor, who
Yeah,
Victor
there's been that
actually
inner
was.
conflict between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have no beard, because this is how this is gonna roll. You are completely clean shaven at this point for some reason, which is weird because when you went to sleep you had a beard. So
We also now have tits.
no.
I have a calamity, and it be these memories. I mean.
My God. And Darius, you look around the room and there is an actual like hoplite, like a hoplite shield in your room now, with the owl painted on it. Like, just random, like, that wasn't here before, and it is there now.
My other shield.
No, you still have your other shield, but you have this one too. So, like, it's like next to the bed. Your bed.
So I have this big ass round shield.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Just like, huh. I guess things worked then?
Possibly?
No idea who my current god is, though. I'll have to do some research into that, I think.
Yeah.
Just go kick fucking Cam's door and, hey, do you know what this symbol means?
Bring in the shield.
I believe it refers to a form of avian that tends to be nocturnal.
Oh my God.
That would be his answer, though. That would genuinely be his fucking answer.
Curious, do you do that after seeing the shield? Do you do like, okay, I'm confused, I'm gonna go talk to Cam?
Just kick his fucking door in and just show him the shit.
Bold of him to assume Cam is in his room.
But
Maybe
like,
Cam's-
Darius,
Cam
like,
was
do you do
right.
this, Darius?
no.
Okay.
But that generally would have been Cam's answer, because Cam is just Canthea, just with a different fucking accent.
Mm-hmm.
That is not accurate.
You still make
Cam has
terrible
similar humor.
Anyway, what does Darius do?
What time is it? Be the question.
It's probably middle of the night at the point.
I've just woken up in the middle of the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I really am confused how that sort of works, but hey ho.
So you know this thing called sleep? It occurs for a set period of time, and sometimes
I'm
at the
going
end
to
of that
punch you in the
time-
fucking teeth.
Sometimes at the
You-
end of that time, the sun
You
is
need to
below the
stop
horizon.
right now. Darius is probably gonna go and get some fucking air.
Okay.
With what, a plastic bag?
No, he's gonna go out on deck. And Gamos, would you be awake? Would Gamos be awake?
That is a
What
question
time
on
is
it.
it?
Middle of the night?
Middle of the
Yeah.
night.
Damn it, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a die real quick. Actually, nope, there it is. I did move the box. Let me open the box of fuckery.
The box of fuckery.
Yep, we're gonna see if Scanless is awake and contemplating the horrid nightmares that is his life.
I mean, you could have just flipped a coin.
Yeah, the dice are closer than a coin, TBH. Yes, Scamos is awake.
So you do see Darius kind of scurry up onto the deck, Scamos. Get some air.
Doing alright there, buddy? He kind of put you down a little hard. I'll say as I walk over to him.
Yeah, what did he do? He touched
knocked
me
your
and-
ass out.
Show us
Ah.
the medal.
Might have to return that kindness later.
Yeah, he
You got roofied.
almost got stabbed, I'm not gonna lie. I was very concerned for a few seconds.
You were concerned for me?
Scams is gonna just finally, for better or worse, and for reasons beyond my comprehension, I consider some of you somewhat as friends. So yes, I am slightly concerned when someone just grabs you and knocks you out.
Well, aren't you a big softy?
Oh, fuck off, Darius.
Darius does let out a fairly hearty laugh at that.
You still have not answered the question I asked. Asshole.
What, am
Darius
I
kinda
okay?
laughs back too. Yeah.
I'm fine. Though it seemed it worked.
Oh.
Not sure who my new god is. Didn't really catch a name. There is now a shield in my room that wasn't there before, though.
So a mysterious shield and no name. So how do you pray to your new god if you don't have a name?
Yeah, that is a big old question. But
I mean, like, is there a name on the shield somewhere, or?
maybe. I really haven't inspected it.
We should probably do that.
Yeah, I probably should.
Like,
But technically speaking, with the whole Victor thing anyway, it's not like before he was released, anyone really prayed to him as Victor.
also true, I guess.
So,
I guess if you just kind of know the concepts you're praying towards, it'll probably work.
yes.
But that's neither here nor there, I guess. I'm just glad it worked out for you. Hopefully it long term goes a little bit better than mine did.
Had some revelations, didn't you?
Just a bit.
I won't pry.
Well, let's just say that when you abandon a god of chaos for someone who you appreciate, comes and helps you, it's just to find out that they're the same thing, essentially. It's not a fun situation.
I said I
not
wasn't going to
necessarily-
pry, but hey, it's just...
It's been a taxing few days. Which is why if Baywater asks one more time where we're going and tries to rush us somewhere, I'm going to hit him with the hardest hitting sleep spell I have ever cast in my life.
By the way, where are we going? You just see like Baywater like
I will chain fire sleep at him, Waller. Do not tap me right now.
Sleep, 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 sleep.
Just like you just see him like pop, like his head just does like the slow movement like pop up next to like Scamos' shoulder, and he's like, "Hi,
I
Scamos,"
will
and then
fucking
just...
kamikaze fireball sleep us to take him with me.
Along with me, apparently. Actually, no.
No, he does that. Doesn't happen, but that'd be funny. Just like, "Oh hi," and then just...
But we all, and Gaz, like all of us need a couple of days to rest, for one, just to rest, and two, to come to terms with everything that's happened. You on the list now too, of course, because, well, mysterious new god is mysterious.
Yeah. It's like it's just this moment of like, you know, we're having this conversation, but Darius just looking off the edge the entire time. And then Darius gets that thought in his head. That shield was really, really round compared to like most shields he's used to using.
Come on, let's go take a look at that shield. I'm kind of curious now. James is going to start heading off
shield.
toward Darius's room.
Oh, here we go. Just gotta follow
Alright.
Scamos, why not?
Alright, you guys go back into the room, and you just see the shield. Scamos, it's big. This thing is probably... It would be the size of, like, Darius's torso. Like, this thing is fucking... Like, maybe down to his knees.
Fucking big.
Yeah.
Holy shit, how do you lift that?
Same, I lift every other shield.
Okay, fair, I guess. Let's take a look at it. Do I recognize anything?
That was my answer.
Roll a religion check.
Religion check.
Yes.
I'm really hoping they fail just so they have to come and ask me.
Wake you up in the middle of the night.
Non-natural.
This god is old. Scamos. This is...
Not polite.
Well, in terms of age, like in Age of Mortals, like it's old. It was one of the big religions, one of the big human. It is a human old religion.
Do I know a name?
The name of the god in particular that uses this iconography, yes, you do. It would be Athena. It would be Athena. And it was very popular, like what you guys were taught, because there is still some of like the Eastern, like out near Roshkova,
the ancient ways.
Yeah, they still follow that. But this was very prevalent at one point in time near where the Free Cities are now. Like they are pretty much that this was where this religion, where this pantheon was really had a lot of their base.
Okay.
And then when Christianity became a thing, it kind of got beaten the shit out of it, and they kicked it out, basically.
It still exists.
Yes.
I gotta ask, mostly just for the humor in my own part, Darius. Like, did she do a whole back in my day, an old, like, creaky, scratchy voice when she was trying to recruit you?
No.
Yeah, I was just curious. But you definitely have a new old god. Her name's Athena. She's old, like way before the church kind of old. I can't point you to exactly any, particular individual practitioners. I've had interactions with some before, well, they would have probably speared me if they had known what I was, but,
Actually, no, they wouldn't have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no. Greco religion was very weird about that. Like they didn't really,
They're very tolerant.
yeah, compared to the Christians, but
Okay,
Christianity and to an extent Judaism were the first
well, they may
ones
have,
to really.
they may have stabbed me for me doing what I was doing amongst their cultures,
yes,
but
yes,
not for just being.
who you were.
But they're not like gonna inherently just be
If you
like,
had
oh,
snakes
it's
for hair, on the other hand.
it's not gonna inherently be like, oh, it's not human, it's gotta get stabbed. But I don't know a ton about the details of individual practice, but place at least where you can start looking, Cam might know more. He's definitely more versed in that kind of stuff than I am.
Well, that would probably be a question for the morning.
Waller, is it after midnight?
Yes,
Technically, it is morning.
You know what I mean.
when the sun is risen.
I'm just saying, if
yeah.
Cam has ever done anything by you that makes you want to wake him up at whatever ungodly hour it is right now, you technically have a good excuse.
I mean, I would be mauled by the blink puppy first.
Look. Oh, please tell me he coughs in character like that loud enough
No.
to wreck the whole ship.
No. I'm smoking, asshole.
Well, I guess it can wait. No, if you really want to wait until he wakes up, you can, I guess.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. It wouldn't matter, actually. No, never mind. You old, yes.
Yep. So, is there anything else that we want to accomplish, or we should probably bring this session to an end because it's almost 9 for a
Insert
minute?
massive guitar solo so Cam wakes up. Hey, look,
Yeah.
he woke up on his own, Darius. You can talk to him now.
What a dick! Oh, what fortuitous circumstance!
But I think we'll put a bookmark in it now and give you guys some time, and we'll pick it up next week. So, and hopefully we'll have everybody here next week so we can move on the story a bit more. And we did, that was some good character development for Darius. I apologize if people were bored, but it was interesting to actually get him to fucking choose something
Fuck
different
you.
than Victor.
Jesus fuck, we finally don't have Victor's spy in our midst anymore.
Yes.
Fuck all of you.
That was my whole goal for today. Like, dude, you
And
had
Darius
it.
has been introduced to the concept called friendship.
Yes.
I've been introduced to the concept called friendship. Yeah, you won't like it when I deliver you a fucking back-breaking bear hug, you magnificent bastard! Fucking just cripple scavos.
They would
I
have got
have
some
been
interesting
enchanted
friendship.